Hey, good morning. This is Steve with Justo Forge. It is actually Christmas morning, 2025, and I just thought I'd come out here and tinker a bit and maybe make some jingle bell things, perhaps. Actually, that's what I plan on doing. Is doing a couple of. We're going up north in a couple of days for a week or so, and I want to take a couple things with me as gifts for friends that I haven't seen for a bit. And so anyway, that's what I'm going to do today. Spend a nice quiet Christmas in the forge and just do a little of this, a little of that, and see what I can come up with. I had somebody ask me about this, the way I start my fire. This isn't the way I was taught. The way I was taught was you take and lay out a piece of newspaper or whatever, put a handful of coal, wrap it into a ball, then put another piece of paper down and put that ball on top of that with another handful of coal, wrap that up. But do it 3 or 4 times. And it's a way, I mean, and it works. But I just find this way a little bit easier. Take some paper, roll it up, and then put it into a little donut sort of a thing. Set it in there, just like that. Put some coal around it. Set it on fire. This coal that I have here, I'm always dropping things. This coal I have here, I got from a fella in Lebanon, Tennessee. It's out of Pennsylvania sweet coal, I think is maybe what it's called. It burns okay. It has a different aroma than that green coal I normally use. The reason I got this was we ran out of green coal. Actually, I got about a half a bag down here. But anyway, I don't like to get short on coal, so I bought a couple of bags from him. Start me a fire here. Odd enough, like I said, Tennessee, Christmas Day, and it's like 65 degrees out. Let me get my magic fire stick. I love the smell of coal burning. So now we just sit here and we wait until we get a decent fire going. Kind of tell by the color really of the coal of how hot it is, not by degree or anything, but how is it hot enough to prep your metal. The different colors, mean different things in the fire. The cones and the rods in your eyes, that's what allows us to see color. And I got to thinking about that one day, is if cones and rods are different in the eyes of different people, then maybe they see different colors than we do. Something that our entire lives we have been told that is red, we just believe that's red because that's what we've been told. But if we saw it through somebody else's eyes, maybe it would be blue or orange or green, because the cones and rods are different. It's just, I think maybe that's why some people dress funny. just a thought, you know. These are the things I ponder when I'm out riding my motorcycle. I'll think about something will pop into my head, and I'll think about it, and I'll wonder about it, and until I come up with some other thing to ponder on. The last few bells that I've done, I've just taken a round 1/4-inch rod, welded on the bottom, and maybe twisted it around a little bit. But today I think I'm going to use a square, maybe 3/8 square stop, and taper it, twist it left and right, see how that turns out. It's too hot. On the first heat, when I put it in here to do this top twist, I had it in there too long, and you can see I kind of cooked it some, so I'm going to lose some of that, but that's okay. I've got some room to spare, so need to flatten that out a little bit more, then round it up and straighten it out. We'll see how that turns out. Is trial and error. More often error. I'm going to cut that off. That piece of that end that I burnt is really not good metal anymore. I'm afraid if I use it with the bell, it'll break off, after some years of use. And I want this to last as long as the metal would. So I'm going to cut off the tip of that. I don't know if you noticed, but when I cut that piece off, that hot tip flew across the room, and that's not really something you want. It's invariably going to land on something that will melt and something that you do not want to melt. Murphy's Law of the blacksmith. I'll draw that out. Yesterday I started the process of building my own power hammer. I cut the frame. I did a short video on it, posted it last night. Not really much to see, just a quick video of cutting steel with a saw, and then it was about an 8-hour project. Video is like 3 minutes. So, but you can only watch so much of a bandsaw cutting metal, so I shortened it. Those pieces of that frame I'm going to take up to my brother's house this weekend, and he's going to help me weld it together. I'm not a half-fed welder, but he's way better at it than I am, and I don't want this power hammer flying apart. So I'm going to weld it under his supervision, make sure I don't weld it wrong, and rather than create a hammer, create an accident waiting to happen. What I'm trying to do here is narrow this down, flatten it out, narrow it down, get it short. I'm going to put a loop in there, and then the bell will be right here. This will be the handle, little loop, and then the bell. We'll see. We'll see. Nothing ever turns out the way I want it to. Sometimes it's a good thing, but more often than not, it's a bad thing. think that'll do. What do you think? Get a little better look at it. Maybe hang a little ribbon from there maybe or something. We'll see once it's done. I never know what my stuff's going to look like until after it's done. Okay, there we go. Get back up here. These here can be a trick. Doesn't take much to get them hot. Don't need that anymore. I've seen several of these done on YouTube, different people, you know, far better blacksmiths than I. Some of them will curve the I don't know what you call them, pedals, clangers, clanger 1 through 4. Some will curve them first and some will curve them after. I find it easier to curve them first, but that's just me. A real blacksmith is probably laughing at me right now, which I'm sure it won't be the first and it won't be the last. Okay. Well, that didn't work like I wanted. Well, maybe it did. Let me try one other thing here. Okay, that's what we ended up with. I think I welded this in before I curved the pedals down on it, or clankers, whatever you want to call them. And it made it rather difficult to get those even because I couldn't manipulate this ball. So next time I'll do it the way I did before and do round the ball, get it as round as I can. Then I'll weld it along the bottom, and then I like the way that looks though. I don't care for the weld look on the bottom. The weld is on the inside, so I think I prefer the weld on the inside. I just need to practice more on getting that curvature right. So, but hey, the jingles like it's supposed to. And I put my little tassel on there for grins and giggles. I'm not overly satisfied with the end here. I need to manipulate my fuller a little bit better on my guillotine over here, or get a different die for that to make it more round. But anyway, it is December 25th, 2025. Merry Christmas. Okay, here we go. I got two here. One I did, the one you just watched me do. This one I did off camera just now. I welded this one on the outside, then molded the, I'm sorry, I molded the bell on this one, then welded the handle on the outside. This one, I welded the handle on the inside and molded the molded, what is this? Bell after. You can decide which one is better. They both sound the same. I use 3/8" ball bearings in there in case you're wondering. I put a hoop on the end of this one as well as the top. This one, there's a hoop on the top and just a little knobby on the end. But anyway, I mean, they both look like crap, really. I'll be honest, full disclosure. But anyway, they were fun. I had a good time making them both. And again, it's December 25th, 2025. You have a great Christmas, a great rest of your year, and wishing you the best of wishes for next year. Go out to your shop and make something that's fun.